What's good, ladies and genitals? Um, for today, I'm going to be breaking a trend of wearing a snapback. Everyone's always saying, never see Craig about snapback, blah blah blah. So, you know, here I am, and for this whole video, I will not be wearing a snapback at all. I've given up snapbacks now. Don't really wear them, to be honest. Not really my thing. But anyway, get on to the topic. Today I'm going to be talking about Facebook presentation, or internet presentation in general, actually, because I'm sure this stuff happens on other websites other than Facebook. But so how it actually knows. It's about guys being begs, which, as people know, that's one of my favourite topics. Talk about that one a lot, actually, and it's a bit counterproductive, actually, because sometimes I say it and then people are like, yeah, but you'll beg yourself, and I'm like, what? Ever. I'm not, well, I hope I'm not. I don't want to be like these people. But yeah, quick disclaimer in there, I'm not mentioning any names this time. Mainly just because, like, it's on YouTube and it's might be viewed by people that don't really know what I'm talking about, so there's not really much point anyway. So yeah, no names are going into this one. Obviously, it's impossible to talk on something without having someone in mind. So if it sounds like you, probably is you. But yeah, I'm not gonna do that this time. So where to start? I guess begs would actually be a good place to start. Mainly because that's the only thing I've got in my head right now, and I'm just gonna, this isn't a scripted commentary, so it's kind of gonna flow. Hopefully that goes better than other times I've tried this, because holy shit, I flow for like 40 minutes and still sound like I can't get my words out. So yeah, anyway, before I get caught up in that mess, yeah, onto begs. Nah, in my eyes, a beg is someone that goes out of their way to get female attention. And on Facebook, that is prevalent, like, a lot of the time. So I'm going to start off with a little example, actually, because we all know how much I love my examples. So, right, you got a girl, okay? This is the girl's attitude. Oh my god, I watched Big Brother tonight, it was amazing. I can't believe blah blah got evicted. And then you got a guy come along, and the guy's like, oh yeah, babe, I watched it too. Can you believe about the relationship between blah blah and blah blah? That is crazy. I think the ratings are up this year. Maybe you could come over sometime and we could reenact our own Big Brother. Yeah, that sounds great. What do you think, baby? Lol. Kiss kiss. Kiss. What the fuck, bro? Like, you don't even watch Big Brother. Why would you? Oh my god. You can totally tell this is the kind of guy that goes on Google Images, types in Big Brother 29 or whatever fucking number we're up to now, and is like, characters, cast, yeah, sorry, you can't even see me typing with my little fingers, inverted commas. Like, he's typing in the cast, he's typing in the storylines. Well, if there's a storyline to Big Brother, it's mainly just a load of, degenerates in one house together. No offence to Andrew Johnston. Broke my own law about not saying names. Sorry. But you know what I mean? Like, this guy is just fucking totally trying too hard. And you see that shit a lot. Like, I'm trying to think of like another classic example. Oh, okay, alright, maybe I have been guilty of these in the past, right? But you've got a girl just blatantly attention seeking, puts up a status like, oh my god, guys are so shit, I'm so hurt and upset. And then you've got some guy, he comes along and he's like, babe, you're the best girl in the world, I love you so much. You have to understand that I'll always be here for you no matter what. Kiss kiss. Kiss. Bro, you spoke to the girl once. You had one conversation with her, and it was about her cat. Come on, man, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, that shit is just too prevalent on Facebook. I hate it. People have said I've been guilty of it in the past, and to them people, I just say, fuck you, because I have not been fucking guilty of that. You know, if I say something to a girl, it's probably because I know that girl quite well. But you get these people that develop this bond over one conversation. And you know what? I'm actually going to talk on one that I had, just because it's a funny story, and I love telling funny stories. You know, a little while ago I was single. I'm single now, but yeah, a little while ago I was single. And I got talking to this girl. It's going to be hard to not give this away, so for the sake of not giving it away, I'm going to change a few details of the story. Nothing actually happens, just locations, names, that sort of thing. Just in case she does see this, which I doubt she will. But yeah, I got talking to this girl, and for argument's sake, we're going to say she was from the wonderful world of Azerbaijan, which is actually not true at all. And sorry, I just said something downstairs. Kind of awkward. Yeah, you know, she's from the wonderful world of Azerbaijan, and we got talking. And she kind of got me at a vulnerable time, I guess. You know, I was feeling a bit shit about myself. So I was happy for the attention, you know, fuck the fact that she lived in Azerbaijan and it was like the longest fucking journey by bloody plane ever. You know, I got talking to her, and one night we get talking, so, you know, everything's good, you know, we're on Facebook chat or whatever, and, you know, we start talking about everything, like, about my cats and, you know, random shit about her life, what she's been up to, what she does, and I've never really spoke to her before. You know, she's like one of them lingerers. Like, we've all got them, you know, and people on your Facebook that are just there, and you're just like, who the fuck is this? Like, you ain't even got an idea. That person's just there. You're just like, I don't fucking know who this is. But, you know, she was one of them, so I didn't even really have any idea who she was, really. Just that I probably picked her up from a page, most likely, you know. But we got chatting. So yeah, I mean, can't even get my words out on this one for some reason. That's just how creepy this story is. But after that one night of talking, she flashes up later that night, and like she puts loads of sad faces, and I'm like, okay, you know, what's up? You know, I'm not really that invested in it. You know what I mean? Like, if it was a girl I was kind of really into or liked or was dating or something like that, you know, I'd be like, oh god, you know, she's upset. What's the matter? But obviously, like, you know, I've barely been talking to this girl. I don't even know her fucking name properly. I can't even pronounce her name. She's like, I feel really sad, and I'm like, you know, what's the matter? You know, what's up? And she's like, you're gonna think I'm creepy, and I'm like, no, like, of course I'm not. I'm like, what's the matter? I was like, you know, tell me, whatever. Like, I'll talk to you if you want. And she's like, I really like you, and I'm like, come again? Like, what? We've been talking for like an hour and you're telling me you really like me. Like, I'm not really sure about this. So I just kind of, fuck, how do I respond to this? So I done the most stupid shit I could have possibly done. I actually replied to that shit with, yeah, I like you too. I'm like, why the fuck would you do that, Craig? Like, you're so stupid. But I don't know, I guess I was feeling shit about myself, and I just said it. Just thought, fuck it, you know. It's only words. How much damage could it do? A lot. To put it politely, this bitch was fucking crazy. Yeah, she was completely off her fucking nut. But we got talking more, obviously. But she just started to fucking creep shit out of me. Like, I mean, this is where the beg side of a girl comes in, I suppose. But then, not really a beg, because she kind of was invested in me, but at the same time, like, some of the shit she did is stuff I wouldn't normally even put up with in a relationship. Like, classic example, I put up a photo, a few girls would like it, and she'd come up, who the fuck is this? And I'm like, who the fuck's what? She's like, no, this bitch! Who the fuck's liking your fucking photo? And I'm like, what's her name? You know, this fucking blah blah blah. Oh, her, yeah, we went to school together, you know, we're good friends. Oh, you're fucking her, aren't you? No, of course I'm not. You know, I haven't seen her in years. I think she's married. No, you're fucking lying to me. Men are all the fucking same, you fucking cunt. And I'm just like, okay, you know, I'm gonna go on my PS3 now or something. Oh, yeah, of course you fucking are. Into her arms then, are you? I'll speak to you later. No! I fucking hate you, you cunt! We're fucking done, I'm never talking to you again! Alright, okay. Okay. I'll catch you later. 1 hour later, I sign back on. Hey, how are you today? Like, wow. This is fucking creepy. I'm not even exaggerating, this is how this girl fully was. But the thing is, I've never even met her. Like, she lived in some distant foreign country. She just had these crazy thoughts in her head. But I mean, the weirdest shit came in. And this is awkward because if she sees this, she's fully gonna know I'm talking to her. Talking about her even. Because when she pretended she was fucking dying. I'm not even kidding, this girl pretended she was fucking dying. Like, really? Like, she had her fucking sister texting me, telling me that, like, she was on her deathbed or something. Not texting me, Facebook chatting me, sorry. Telling me that this girl was on her deathbed, and I was sat there like, wow, this is fucked. And why was all of this? Because a couple of days before I told her that I wasn't interested. Like, really? Like, you know, I told her it wasn't going to work out, we lived too far. Because she had plans to come to fucking England. Like, she was getting ready to book a flight. She was looking into this shit. She was serious. I was scared. Um, you know, we've been talking about a week, and she was dropping stuff like, oh, we're moving in together. And I'm like, what? She's like, yes, we're going to be happy. We're going to live together forever. We're going to have puppies and cats and fireplaces. And I was just like, okay. I didn't even know her that well. You know, I was so done with it. I should have just cut that shit off from the start. I should have replied to that first Facebook message. But I mean, I went on Skype with her, and you know, I got her creepy little hopes up. She was a class A clinger. She got her claws in. Um, it's kind of funny actually because this shit actually just ended as I got back together with my ex. And she hated my ex anyway because obviously I told her about what happened with my ex, and she's like, "Oh, your ex is no good for you." She was like, "You need me," and I was just like, no, you know, I kind of like her still." She's like, "No, you need me," and I'm just like, I was like, okay. So I mean, luckily, like that came at a fortunate time, like obviously because I don't know, like she was scaring me, and I didn't really, you know, she texted me about it. Text. Oh, I keep saying text. I don't know why I'm getting Facebook chat mixed up with text. No, she kept Facebook chatting me, like saying, "Oh, you know, like the operation went well. I'm gonna be okay." And I was just like, "Oh, that's great." But I genuinely don't believe this girl had any sort of life-threatening disease. I think she was going for like attention, basically. Like there was no evidence there because you know she said she had this life-threatening. Basically, I can't really go into details, but the surgery would have affected her appearance. 2 days later, she uploaded a new photo and she looked, you know, perfectly normal. Like there wasn't any visible signs of surgery or whatever. So I think, yeah, I do think she was bullshitting. And I've still had her on my friends list since. And I mean, we're looking at about 7 or 8 months now. And she's in a relationship with a guy. God help him. And yeah, like she doesn't look any different, to be honest. She looks the same. So I think she was bullshitting. But yeah, I mean that's a classic example of craziness on Facebook. Um, that's slightly away from the beg situation actually. But I guess to a certain extent she was a beg because I'm pretty sure she did that with other guys. Like I very much doubt I was exclusive and I was the only one she latched herself on. So like I'm pretty sure she got, you know, invested in a few other guys. And I mean I had a problem with her. Whereas I kind of let her get as far as she did because I've got this thing about older women. Like, you know, I prefer older women to younger women. I don't know why that is. Probably a bit stupid considering how immature I am. I think she was like 23, 24. So I was like, oh, you know, lad. Pulled some 23-year-old chick from Azerbaijan. Oh, lad. You know, like, no, Craig, she's fucking crazy. um, so yeah, that was the end of her. Well, what else can I discuss on this video about Facebook? Oh yeah. Another big thing that's just come into my head. Right, you got a nice girl, okay? She's been in a relationship with a guy for a few months. They break up. Now the likelihood is she's probably upset, even if she was the one who split up the relationship. You know, if you're with someone for a few months, most human people with emotions, you know what I mean, they've kind of invested some feelings in that person. So the likelihood is she quite liked that guy. She's quite, you know, torn up about it, upset. So she puts up like, well, she removes the relationship status off of Facebook. So, you know, Facebook being the wondrous place that it is, it comes up, blah, 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 is now single. And then you watch shit happen. You watch the fucking shitstorm fly in, basically. You know, about 20,000 guys all liking this girl's heartbreak. Like, that's such a dick move. I don't even think people think of it like that. It's like they see it as fresh meat on the market or something. You just, you know, you see like all these fake guys just commenting on there. You know, once again, spoke to her one time, and these guys are going to be on there like, babe, it was never no good for you. You have to understand, there's better guys out there. Lol. Like me, right? And I'm just like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god, where do these guys get off? I don't understand. Like, why would you write that? These majorly fake guys. You got like, another guy on there, like second comment down. Hey babe, do you remember that one time we met in Costco? Yes, it was quite funny, wasn't it? Maybe we should meet up again. What do you think? And you're just like, mate, please. Leave this girl alone. She just fucking broke up with a guy that's probably like the love of her life, and you guys all just like flocking on her like she's some bit of meat or something. And yeah, that is so prevalent on Facebook. You'll see that like a lot of the time. Wow, voice crack. Wow, that was fucking dodge as hell. But I'm not even gonna stop recording now. I'm too far in to stop recording over a voice crack, so I'm gonna just put that all out there for you to masturbate over. Yeah, I don't know. Where do I want to go next with this? So we've discussed begs in the form of you know, we've got guys that have commented on girls' statuses and relationship statuses, and then obviously we've covered that crazy girl who was obviously Facebook orientated as well. So let's go back onto the theme of presentation. Now this is one I get a lot of stick for because people say the way I act on Facebook is not the way I act in real life. Um, Kind of is. Kind of a bit of a fucking idiot in real life as well. Like, not to the extent that I would actually do the trolling shit. Like, I would actually go up to someone and say stuff. I don't really say boo to a goose in person. You know, that's me being honest. You know, I'm not going to pretend to be some hard man because I'm not. I mean, look at me. I don't exactly look intimidating. Like a cross between fucking Justin Bieber and Conor Maynard if they both had a sex change. So, yeah, not exactly a tough guy. But as far as presentation goes, there are some guys on there that are fake as fuck. You know, like they'll act in a certain way. You just look at them and you think, no. You know, maybe they act like a hard act. You know, they act like they can knock anyone out, and they're well known, and they've got loads of friends in real life. Yet they spend 24 hours a day telling us on Facebook how they have so many friends in real life. You know, no, you don't. If you had that much time to be on Facebook, you know, obviously I know about Facebook mobile and stuff, but yeah, you don't have no friends. Don't trip. You know, that's very sad and all, and you know, I'll be your cyber friend if you want, but you don't have no friends in real life. Um, and then yeah, like they're fake, but then you get in girls that are fake as well. Which actually, I'm going to get away from the fake topic because it's hard to talk about being fake without mentioning names. So I'm just going to move on to another topic, which is about Facebook giving people the medium to like be in love with whoever they want. Nah, that's something that's a bit of a wild topic because I've been there myself back in the day when I was a lot younger. I had things where I did like girls over the internet. I mean, I have liked girls on the internet. Shit, that's how I met my ex. I met my ex through the internet. I mean, could you imagine if that actually carried on going? You know, we actually, you know, done them things we spoke about, like we got married or shit, and we had a couple of kids. Could you imagine telling your kids how you met? Like, oh, Dad, how did you meet Mum? Well, son, we were both on a tree. Oh. What the fuck? I can't speak. No. Sorry, I'm gonna try that again. Well, son, we were both on a page being little cunts to random people. And I saw your mother and I wooed her with some Beyonce lyrics. And I added her actually. And then we got talking and we decided we were going to be in a relationship together. Like, really? That's how I met my girlfriend. Through being on a page, being cunts to little people. That's how stupid this is. I can't even get my fucking words out on it. Like, oh my god. Like, I can't. That's crazy. And there's so many people that have got this story. Like, oh, I met my girlfriend through a page, and we were trolling people. Um, I'd love to be one of them guys that could tell my kids, oh, I was at a bar and I see the most beautiful woman across the bar, and I went over and spoke to her. We hit it off immediately, and I've loved her ever since. That's a cute story. I don't want to be like, yes, we're fucking little cunts. you know. Um, but yeah, it gives people the medium, the internet, because people think they can be whoever they want. You've got this nerdy, spotty guy that's like never spoke to a female in real life in his life, and then a couple of girls come along on a page, and he's hiding behind a photo of Daffy Duck or something. I don't even know, or whatever meme is cool nowadays. And these girls love him because he's got a bit of wit. He's funny. And they're like, yeah, I want a funny guy. This guy's funny as fuck. He's added them all, and they're all into him. He can be whatever he wants. But then you've got, on the other hand, you've got these people that, people know what they're getting, because obviously there's things like webcam and stuff nowadays. But some of these people, they move from one to one with no dedication to that person at all. I mean, if you want to meet your like lovers on Facebook, there's nothing against that. The internet is a good way of meeting people nowadays. But it's these people that, one day they're like, oh my god, I love you so much, like I'd do anything for you, and then the next day they're like, oh, I'm married to blah 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 on Facebook now, and it's just like, no, like you can't do that. You can't play with people's fucking feelings like that. Like me personally, I don't fall into that shit because I don't play with that. Wow, don't play with that fool. But yeah, I mean, I don't. I wouldn't be that stupid to play with Facebook marriages and telling girls I like them and I haven't met them and all that crap. I mean, maybe I will. Maybe I'm a complete hypocrite. Maybe I'll find a girl over the internet and think, wow, she's really nice. I'd like to meet her and see where things could go with this. But as it stands, I think I'd rather be more realistic about how I meet girls now. There's a problem about meeting people on the internet. You're never going to get that realistic feeling until you've actually met them. Like, you can sit there and text them for hours saying, oh, I want to cuddle you so bad, and you mean the world to me, but at the end of the day, until you actually meet up and put it in practice, it means shit, basically. Because, I mean, a lot of the time, although you see him on cam, what you see in person's different. I've been there myself. I've been there on negative and positive sides. But, I know people say looks don't matter. Well, obviously, looks kind of do matter in the grand scheme of things. It's important. You can't really be... maybe if you were with someone for a long time and then their looks got altered, I could understand that looks don't matter because you've grown something with them. But when you've not even grown a bond with someone, the way someone looks is obviously quite important. And I've been on the negative side of it. I've seen girls that have been really attractive. I thought, wow, like really interested in you. I've met up with them and I've been scared for my life, thinking, fucking hell, did you put up a picture of someone else as your picture or something? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I remember one girl, wow, she was fucking ugly. I was like, shit. And yeah, I just walked past her and she ended up crying. I felt like a cunt. But I was scared for my life. I wish I tried to eat my face or something. I had to protect myself. And then there's been other times where I've been pleasantly surprised. My most recent ex, for example, going into it, like obviously I thought she was quite attractive. By actually meeting up with her, she was like 100 times more attractive than, I'd imagined she was going to be, if you know what I mean. So, I mean, that was, I'm not saying I went into it with negative expectations, but, she exceeded what I thought she was going to be, she was a lot more beautiful than, I guess I'd given her credit for being, maybe I wasn't invested as I could have been or whatever, but, so, it works out either way, you can meet up with someone and they can be like really, good looking, but on the other hand, or also this brings me to another point, you don't always know what you're getting with some people. Just because they act one way with someone doesn't mean they're going to act that way with you. And I think a lot of people I know are falling into this harsh trap now, where I've had an opinion on someone, and they've kind of thought, nah, that person's alright, and then that person's turned out to show them their true colours, and they've been like, oh fuck, Craig was right. I'm always right. I'm about my business, baby. But yeah, I mean, for now, I think that's going to be the end of vlog number 1. I can see I'm clocking up quite a few minutes, and I don't want to go over the exceeded amount. So, you know, I'm gonna holler at you homies later. And yeah, see you later.